All right, guys, we've got OG pulled in here. Shout out to my wife. She decided to get me a new jack. She wasn't a big fan of my chunk of firewood to get these things off of the ground. Whatever. I was going to make that chunk of firewood famous. But anyway, what do we got on this? First off, we've got the SB particle separator. That's going on there. And then we've got what's in here. What is in here? Now, we did this to the wife, and I was very happy with how things turned out as far as suspension. I don't know if it's the different style joints that they got on there or what the deal is, but it was a much nicer ride. Mine still rides like it sucks. It's rough. So in box number 1 we've got, now I know everybody's got their brand or their choice, and I know there's like 10 different kinds out there. But we've had success with the Super ATV, so we did it on the wife's. We are going to use the same brand. We are going to do it on OG as well. So we are going to get the suspension. We've got both sets of A-arms with ball joints, and then we have the radius rods right there as well. So now I did this on my wife's. You guys kind of seen what it is. So we're going to throw a time lapse up and we're going to get after it. Alright guys, off at the old. I'm going to start working on putting a new on. Now, to be completely honest, that took, I would say, 15 minutes tops to get all that old stuff off. Now, you can see what I did here. You can see this on their website too for Super ATV. That is a pretty cool trick. Couple bungees, get everything pulled up out of the way. That way you don't pop your axle out or anything like that. So we're going to get bushings and stuff set on the Super ATV arms and get them put back in. I learned my lesson on the first one. Once you get these up into the machine, trying to get them turn around the way they're supposed to, throw this bad boy in there before you get that up into that machine. It makes life a lot easier. I learned that the hard way last time. Also, if you see where that nut right there sticks out, because of this extra cross member right there, when you flex the suspension with the sway bar link, this actually will chew into this support. So make sure that if you do use these Super ATVs or you do have an A-arm that has this extra support, spin that around, you won't have that issue. Alright, well, this side's in. Obviously I gotta button some stuff up, put the brake calipers and stuff on, as you can see there, but still simply amazed on how well these things fit. So like I said, sway bar link, switch that bolt around. Also, another thing, when you put this shroud back on, it covers, keeps dirt, debris and stuff out of your brake calipers and your brake shoes. This little corner right here, once you put that back on there, if you cut all the way pivot to the left or to the right, that little corner will actually hit your A-arm. So to save you some missing paint and a pain in the ass, take a grinder to the corner of this and clean off that corner. You know, that will prevent obviously that from smashing into there and chipping off brand new paint on these extremely expensive. Still can't get over the price tag, but they're definitely well worth it. So we have everything tore off the back as far as the radius rods and stuff are concerned. Now I didn't put that on camera because, you know, pretty self-explanatory as far as tearing that stuff off of there. Now this is what we got going on. I learned this the hard way from my wife's. When we took the radius rods off of her machine and put the new ones on there, the tires were all kinds of wampus. So a trick of the trade is you take your original radius rod, set it on top of your replacement radius rod, and as you can see right there, they are off. But what you can do is get your adjustments and everything to the point where they are about as close as you can get them before you put them back on the machine. Now that's obviously if your alignment and stuff is where it needs to be. So trick of the trade, we're going to get everything adjusted, tightened down, put this thing back together, and hopefully call it for tonight. Alright guys, quick update where we're at. It's getting late here, it's 11:30, almost midnight, time for a beer. Wife came out and gave me a hand, so that was a big help, but this is what we got finished up. Okay, you can see everything went together pretty well. She looks sexy from the back.
Wow.
Oh, you heard the wife, she says wow. So, like I said, everything went together pretty well. We did use the old radius rods to set our adjustments, and hopefully it gets everything kind of where it's supposed to be, because last time I did these on the Gray Ghost, the tires were so kittywampus, I had to completely realign everything. So all we got left on this machine yet for OG is the particle separator. I'm not going to put that on camera because you just seen kind of we did that on Gray Ghost. Once the SB filter is on, this machine is officially done. Both machines are done, Gray Ghost and OG. And from that point, we can get started on the new machine. Thank goodness. So happy to get these buttoned up, and like I say, on to the next adventure.